Welcome, demons and other miscreants. I'm Tacticus, and for the solstice there'll be a new warp surge in Tacticus. It will run from the 22nd to 24th of December for a time of 72 hours. Christmas what? At least there's presents. We've had a few warp surges already, and they always work the same. Chaos characters get more experience depending on their rarity, which is always appreciated. Chaos characters that you defeat in campaigns in the arena, excluding summons, reward you with points, which will then earn you rewards along a reward track. There's 20 rewards total, a requisition, a blessed requisition, and equipment that can be used by a chaos character. As there's some generally usable equipment in the game, this can of course also be useful for your wider roster. Arena battles also feature 2 demons on each side, so I can always get some points. Defeated Chaos Fighters give you 25 points in Arena and 5 or 3 points in Elite campaigns and normal campaigns, which comes down to the same points per energy for the same number of fighters. The last few times players have collaborated pretty well in Arena to help each other out by using only Chaos characters. This is incentivized further by the increased experience, and this time additionally by a 20% boost to all stats of Chaos characters in Arena. The game registers your last winning team there when you stop a session of playing, so be sure to either only use Chaos teams or to use the Chaos team as your last team in a session. You can also win once your Chaos team and then continue playing with teams of 4 characters. That also works. But why would you waive the extra experience? I feel like the lower leagues collaborate better. I'd love if Chapter Master and Captain League could also do that. Those 125 points per arena more for every token are extremely powerful. Let's use that together. So what's the rewards? Everyone can win a single requisition and blessed requisition. Additionally, there's uncommon to epic equipment for beginner players under level 20. Advanced players will get rare to legendary equipment, and veterans with at least one blue starred character get epic to mythic equipment, including a Book of Fate. The 20th reward is always repeating rewards you can get at theoretically infinite time. The Book of Fate is a relic shared between Tomachus, Apraxas and Akimatos, a crit booster that makes an adjacent summon next to the bearer attack after one of their normal attacks, with demons even gaining bonus damage. It's quite useful in legendary events, and also for guild raids to build up parasite stacks faster for the Neurotrope. You get 1 Book of Fate in Akimatos' Mythic Quest, and we've got one as the first featured relic in the Rogue Trader. Getting this one will be the last one some players need, eliminating them from the pool of potential relics, enhancing your chance for the ones you're searching for, so there's no way you should pass that up. This event, different to the token-based ones, makes the requisitions more expensive for higher level players, but as those have better nodes at their disposal to farm points, I think this is quite fair. If the arena battles work out, you won't have to bend your farming habits a bit for this event. But if you really want to farm a lot of equipment items or want to use those items for salvage, you can try to only fight chaos levels during it. There's 2 campaigns, Samhain and Fall of Cadia Mirror, and their elite counterparts that can work in your favor here. If you want to remain effective, just go to the Tacticus planner and put in your goals, go to the daily raids and filter the battles down to only the ones that have chaos enemies. This leaves your normal goals intact. If you have enough goals, you'll only get effective battles to boot. I personally like to farm these events to the fullest, but I only like to play effective levels, so only elite nodes and uncommon upgrades from mirror nodes. This filters out quite a lot of battles, but at least I'm farming effectively, and at some point I'll definitely need those upgrades. A lot of boss levels also have 10 to 12 characters, so if you still need to farm Ahriman, Apraxas or Abaddon, for example, this is a fantastic time to acquire some shards. If you want to use some more energy than normally, you can also just before reset buy your energy buys of the previous day. As the event starts Monday at 9 AM my time, while the arena season only ends at around 10:30 AM on the same day, you can theoretically save 15 tokens before if you like and go into it full, plus the 10 tokens from the start of the new season, only starting regeneration at 12 PM. Then there's still 2 days and 20 hours left. With a 160-minute regeneration timer, you get 25 regenerated tokens for 35 guaranteed tokens, and 50 potential ones if you're awake and available in that strict time frame to actually use those tokens. I'll use the 35 for the further calculations. This gives us somewhat between 1750 to 6125 points from Arena alone total, depending on how well the other players cooperate. In the worst case, everyone but the veterans will have their requisition and 6 lower level equipments at that point, with the veterans having 6 epic equipments already. In the best case, all players will have stage 18 of the whole rewards track finished, without even using a single energy. You can see how mighty this is. Please help each other, it's almost Christmas. All other points have to come from fighting battles. I've scoured the whole game for Same Hun Elite, Fall of Cadia Mirror and Fall of Cadia Mirror Elite battles and listed them all by number of enemies. As the Elite battles give more points per defeated Chaos enemy, luckily even if you're raid, I then calculated the points per energy you can get and ordered all battles by that. Once again, there's the option of going for the highest points only, but this will often lead to suboptimal farming. You can see the 30 highest crossing levels here on screen. If you use the full possible 60 energy on a node, you will fight a maximum of 17 different battles per day, if you spend the 1500 Blackstone energy buy. So don't worry, the list will last you, even if you've banked a huge amount of energy. And although no one has complained, I noticed myself on the Purge Order event that doing such a list in climbing order is stupid, so the topmost battle is now the best one available. Here now is the list of effective battles you can find in those 4 days. No campaign event active, so this is pretty straightforward. I've taken the liberty to mark the last level you farm in your day by energy level. Of course, with some more energy banked, you can go further. If you're a lower level player and miss some of those battles, just skip to the appropriate ones. I've ordered the table in a way that the easier levels should be on top, but this is only true for every point per energy step in itself. As always in such events, spending more on energy of course brings slightly diminished returns, as you'll have to stoop to lower enemy quantities later on. Then again, in this event you have way more levels available than for fighting Tyranids, giving you a way better choice and more potential points. I calculated how many points you can get per day just on energy buys and regeneration, and of course added the not fully completed battles points to it. With this, you can get the following points. Adding the points from Arena gives you either those high or those low numbers. If you use your full energy and without any saving, every player will get to the last reward, even if they only farm effective levels for this. The number of extra loops depends on how much you spend, but also on how well the other players cooperate. With absolutely no Chaos characters faced in Arena, you'll have 4 extra loops as a beginner, 3 loops as an advanced player and 2 as a veteran. But with full cooperation that changes to 10 for beginners, 8 for advanced players and 7 for veterans. Without spending any Blackstone on energy. No matter how much energy you use. In an utopia with everyone cooperating, and there's no advantage for anyone not doing it, you will get the following extra loops, around 4 to 5. And all that equipment will come in handy sometimes. With the better availability of levels with Chaos enemies, there's also not as much advantage in full-on chasing points, so I wouldn't do that either. There of course are some offers you can buy, which can be translated into equipment pretty easily. The special offer for 22 of your currency once again offers 200 Blackstone and 5 each of requisitions and blessed requisitions. You probably know what I think of those. They are nice but not reliable enough. You also get 350 Warp Search points, which depending on your level is around half to a third of the next equipment. Of course, this could be one more depending on whether it pushes you just over the border of reaching the next repeatable reward. The Battle Bundle for €9 instead adds 600 energy, 100 Blackstone, 100 raid tickets and 200 Warp Surge points and seems much more sensible. You won't unlock any unique rewards buying it, but the energy is nice. It's a bit hard to calculate, but under no circumstance, even with the 1500 Blackstone buy, will you drop below 4.5 points per energy, even farming effective levels, getting you another 2900 warp points extra total. Yeah, this is better, getting you up to 3 rare or 3 epic or almost 3 legendary equipments for your trouble, and all the stuff you farmed to boot. If you consider spending money here, my favorite is the 600 energy bundle. That's it for this year's last warp search from me. If this video helped you, you can help me out in game by using my referral code BAD60edu for a present of 100 Blackstone for you and various rewards for me depending on your progress in game. Please also subscribe to my channel and like this video to help my channel out. Thanks for watching. Please help each other out by deploying Chaos Fighters in Arena, and I'll catch you in the next video. Happy holidays!